Like, Rick also has a baby mother who's currently working as a call girl. He has a daughter by Brooke.
I kicked Rick ass. Kicked Rick Ross' ass, right?
I'm deciding to your life up. Rick Ross, I'm gonna your life up.
Rick Ross spent years projecting an image of being unbothered, but according to his own baby mama, there's a much deeper truth, one that paints a very different picture. She claims the real reason Ross is afraid of 50 Cent is far worse than anyone imagined. The same man who built his empire on being a boss has allegedly been losing sleep over the one enemy he can't outrun. And when Ross finally clapped back, it wasn't just about ego, it was about survival. This isn't just a rap beef, it's a war that's been personal from the start.
50, they've had a long-standing beef for years. And I think this Rick Ross beef is the one beef that 50 will never let go of.
The way 50 Cent dismantled Ross from the inside out still has people wondering how Ross even managed to keep standing. And it all started with nothing more than a look. At the 2008 BET Awards, Ross claimed that one glance from 50 set him off. 50, on the other hand, later said he didn't even remember seeing Ross that night, but Ross took it as a sign of disrespect. And in the world of hip-hop, disrespect is often treated as a declaration of war. At the time, Ross was riding high. 2 platinum albums under his belt, his ultimate rap boss persona solidifying, and a sense that he was untouchable. But locking eyes, or at least thinking he had, with one of the most ruthless figures in hip-hop seemed to flip a switch. Maybe it was paranoia, maybe it was a calculated bid for clout, but Ross decided to pick a fight with 50 Cent, not realizing just how far 50 would go. When asked years later if there was anything about Ross's career he respected, 50 flatly told an interviewer,
"Is there anything about Ross and his career that you have any respect for?"
Oh, no, there's nothing there. There's nothing there. I never wanted to work with him.
"Oh no, there's nothing there. I never wanted to work with him." Ross didn't just toss out a stray insult, he went for a direct hit. In his track Mafia Music, he made a thinly veiled reference to the house fire that nearly killed 50's ex, Shaniqua Tompkins, and their son. The lyric hit a nerve because Tompkins had publicly accused 50 of orchestrating the blaze, that destroyed the home while 6 people were inside. Ross seized on that controversy. It was the kind of bold, dangerous move that could keep a beef alive for years, but it also meant stepping into territory that 50 Cent thrives in. Because if there's one thing 50 knows, it's how to take a rap feud and drag it deep into personal life. 50 didn't answer with just a diss track. He started dismantling Ross's public image piece by piece. The first bombshell? Ross's past as a correctional officer. The revelation, complete with photographs of Ross in uniform, blew a hole straight through his street-certified boss persona. The man who rapped about running a drug empire was suddenly being shown as a man running prison paperwork, but 50 wasn't done.
I mean, it's sort of embarrassing to me, because as you listen to his raps, you would definitely believe him, but I mean, it was surprising that he would sit there and say he spends $200 a month on food, $300 a month on clothes, his jewelry is rented.
He went straight to someone who knew Ross better than most, his ex and the mother of his child, Tia Kemp. Sitting down with 50 in a recorded interview, Tia aired out every embarrassing detail she could remember. "It's sort of embarrassing to me," she told 50, "because if you listen to his raps, you'd definitely believe him. But it was surprising to find out he spends $200 a month on food, $300 a month on clothes, and his jewelry is rented."
You don't know where the money came from till put a down payment on $1 million home. And, you know, it's just sad, you know, and I just want to prove the facts today here on This Is 50. It's all real.
According to Tia, Ross wasn't the boss he portrayed himself to be. She claimed he leased his cars, rented his jewelry, and lived far less lavishly than his lyrics suggested. She even questioned the source of the money used for a down payment on $1 million home. "It's just sad," she said. "And I just want to prove the facts today here on this." According to Tia Kemp, everything she was saying about Ross was all real.
As a baby mother who's currently working as a call girl. He has a daughter by Brooke, right there. Can you see that? This is like the adult. This is like where you can find really exclusive whores.
And 50 Cent was simply giving her the platform to say it. But that wasn't even the worst part. 50 decided to push things even further by making an explosive claim that Ross had another baby mama who was currently working as a call girl, and that he had a daughter with a woman named Brooke. To prove his point, 50 pointed directly to an adult escort site suggesting, "This is where you can find really exclusive," making sure fans connected the dots. Tia also doubled down on the infamous Officer Ricky rumors. She confirmed that Ross had, in fact, worked as a correctional officer, saying, "He stepped down from the position, and I asked him about it. Of course, he denied it."
Stepped down from the position. And I asked him about it. You know, of course, he denied it, which his sister confirmed it and told me that he was a correction officer. And, you know.
But his sister confirmed it and told me he was a correctional officer. And that's what it was. From there, 50 decided to deliver one of his most infamous petty moves. He took Tia on a shopping spree to spoil her. And then, in an even bolder move, took Ross's own son on a trip to Las Vegas with Floyd Mayweather. Photos of them together quickly spread online. Ross stayed silent, and there was nothing he could do to reverse the damage. By then, the internet had already crowned 50's move one of the most disrespectful plays in hip-hop beef history. But 50 would soon make a rare misstep. He took things too far when he leaked a tape featuring another of Ross's baby mamas, Lastonia Leviston. The stunt backfired badly. Leviston sued him for emotional distress, winning $5 million. The payout hit 50 hard enough that he filed for bankruptcy. For the first time in this feud, Ross had scored a clear win. Still, Ross kept quiet about the personal attacks, releasing music and acting as if nothing had happened. And surprisingly, fans began to lose interest in the Officer Ricky storyline altogether. Fast forward, and just when it seemed like the beef had faded, Tia Kemp reignited it. In a fiery Instagram live session, she claimed Ross was still afraid of 50 because 50 knew too much. She hinted at deep, dark secrets Ross was desperate to keep buried, even suggesting that what she knew went far beyond rap beef. The drama escalated further when old photos of Tia resurfaced, specifically her 2009 Smooth magazine cover shoot. In the shoot, 50 Cent himself was the photographer, casually capturing Ross's baby mama in lace panties, a sheer sparkly top, and red heels. The subheading in the magazine made sure Ross knew exactly who orchestrated it. Where's the beef? Guest editor 50 Cent introduces Rick Ross's baby mama Tia. Fast forward again, and the feud has new fuel. Rick Ross linking up with Big Meech after his release from prison. To 50 Cent, the executive producer of the BMF TV series, this was the ultimate betrayal. He responded on Instagram with a post featuring a giant rat, captioned, "I think I'm Big Meech." He also wrote that Meech had made his biggest mistake by distancing himself from Tammy Cowens, Meech's former assistant and business partner, who allegedly flipped and became an FBI informant. Ross laughed at how much the picture seemed to get under 50's skin, saying, "An asterisk took a picture with Rick Ross. You put your back against the wall and slide down." Meanwhile, Tia found her own opportunities to drag Ross, this time tying him to Diddy's freak-off party scandal. She claimed Ross was involved in the same shady dealings that led to federal trafficking charges against Diddy, telling him to check on his friend and mocking his past bromance with the bad boy mogul. On Instagram Live, she taunted him, "Go give dog a hug like you said you was on his, oh yeah, UNC big fat K. You ain't cutting nothing but a tomahawk." She didn't stop there. Tia also accused Ross of staying silent about Diddy's legal troubles because he was scared, saying, "Don't be scared now. I know y'all on them tapes. I know you freaky. I know you is. 10 churn. It's time to show them." From there, she dropped even heavier allegations, claiming Ross himself was involved in putting hits on people. "Your brother over there paying people to put out and running off with his money? And it's getting back to me. So now I'm finna send the feds over there to y'all. M asterisk, 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 asterisk. Asterisk, then came a chilling claim. She named a woman called Miss Carol, implying Ross had a connection to her unsolved murder. We gonna talk about Miss Carol. I'm gonna make sure her family sues your whole estate, 'cause that case is not closed. Tia alleged Miss Carol was murdered after leaving her mother's house, and even hinted at a separate incident involving a man shot in front of Black's house, suggesting both could tie back to Ross's circle. On an episode of Karesha Please, Tia shifted to a more personal battle, 18 years of co-parenting drama with Ross. She described a cycle of disappearing acts and reappearances, saying, "Imagine trying to raise a son while the other parent keeps popping in and out like it's a game of peekaboo." Tia claimed Ross had more children than most people realize, possibly 9 or 10, and alleged that many were check babies, meaning conceived for financial gain. She even hinted he had a child with a Russian woman, saying the kid looked just like Drake. She accused Ross of caring more about control than fatherhood, sharing a story about him trying to send their son to a random college in Mississippi just to be closer to his grandmother. She said this was part of a pattern of using their son as a pawn in their disputes. The most painful example came when Ross skipped their son's high school graduation, despite having attended many of his football games. "Why, you couldn't make it to his high school graduation. You could have stood on the other side of the auditorium," Tia said, adding she believed it was done to trigger her. And as if her anger toward Ross wasn't enough, Tia also threw shade at his sister, Renee. She claimed Renee had inserted herself into their co-parenting issues, saying, "Renee is a bitter person because she's never had a man." According to Tia, Ross's sister Renee has been meddling in their business since day one. Tia says she has zero respect for her and didn't hold back on why. "I'm gonna be honest with you. She's always been in our business and just not happy for her brother. And I just don't have any respect for that. She knows what I've done for her brother and that I've been there. It's not about money, fame, or any of that. She knows her brother has a heart for me, and she can't take that. She can't take that because the man has never done for her what her brother is doing for other women. Tia also recounted a particularly messy incident involving one of Ross's other baby mamas. She says the situation escalated into an altercation that led to serious charges: child neglect with no intent to harm, battery, and aggravated battery with a deadly weapon. As Tia tells it, she was trying to leave the gated development she lived in when the other woman blocked her path. Tia says she got out of the car, the woman got out too, and things turned physical. The worst part? Her young son, barely a year old at the time, was in the back seat. That's how the child neglect charge came about. From there, Tia got real about the years of pressure she's faced to stay quiet for the sake of peace. She says after nearly 2 decades of back and forth and inconsistent co-parenting, she's reached her breaking point. You can be loved all day, but being disrespected in the middle of that love is another thing. It just got to a point where I said, enough is enough. Tia also revealed that Ross has tried to silence her with cease and desist letters, threatening legal action if she didn't stop talking. Her response? She told him to keep his legal threats and shove them. By this point, she says, the damage was already done. The internet was running with the story, people were connecting dots, and Ross's reputation was taking hits from every direction. Now fans are left asking the big questions. Was there more to Ross's past than anyone knew? Was he hiding something darker? Did 50 Cent actually win this beef? Or did Ross somehow survive all the humiliation? And most importantly, what does 50 know that the rest of us don't? One thing's for sure, this story is far from over. If you thought what you just heard was wild, wait until you see what's coming next. Stay tuned because this tea is just getting started. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our next video, and check out the one on your screen right now. You won't believe the drama waiting for you there.